Arsenal Football Club, a name that carries history, pride, and tradition. For decades, this club has been a symbol of identity, not just in North London, but across the footballing world. Yet, for much of the past 2 decades, Arsenal fans have lived in frustration. From the invincible season of 2004, the trophy slowly disappeared. The Emirates Stadium became a monument of potential, but not of glory. The years of near misses, the years of almost, the years of waiting, they have all led to this moment. Now, in the 2025-26 season, Arsenal enter not as outsiders, not as hopeful challengers, but as a club standing on the edge of greatness. This is not just another season. This is the pivotal season. To understand how Arsenal arrived here, we must go back. From 2007 to 2018, the club was caught in a storm of boardroom battles. Stan Kroenke, the American businessman, slowly tightened his grip, while Alisher Usmanov fought for influence. It was a cold war behind the scenes, with the team suffering on the pitch. Fans looked at Kroenke as a distant owner, a man who cared more about profit margins than winning titles. Usmanov, though popular with some, never gained the control he wanted. By 2018, Kroenke emerged as the sole power. He took full control, and with it, full responsibility. The Emirates had grown restless, the fans had lost faith, and the club's identity seemed to be slipping away. But Kroenke made a choice. A choice that would change Arsenal's future. He placed his faith in one man, Mikel Arteta. The lowest point came with the European Super League. A project designed for profit, with little care for tradition or supporters. Arsenal's involvement was met with outrage. The Emirates was surrounded by furious protests, banners demanding change, chants of betrayal echoing through the streets. Josh Kroenke was forced to face the fans, to stand in front of the cameras, and admit fault. He even apologized directly to the players, something unheard of in the modern game. For the Kroenke family, this was a moment of reckoning. No longer could Arsenal be run as a business experiment. It had to be run as a football club, as a family, with pride and ambition. From that day forward, everything began to shift. When Mikel Arteta arrived in 2019, Arsenal were broken. The squad lacked direction. The dressing room was divided. The fans were losing hope. But Arteta brought something new: discipline, vision, and ruthless clarity. He was not afraid to make unpopular decisions. He stripped Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of the captaincy. He allowed Mesut Ozil to leave. Legends in their own right, but symbols of a culture Arsenal could no longer afford. In their place, Arteta built a new foundation. He trusted the youth: Bukayo Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Martinelli. He demanded more from the leaders: Granit Xhaka, Alexandre Lacazette. And slowly, piece by piece, Arsenal began to rise again. The Kroenkes backed him fully. Over £1 billion were invested into the squad. Declan Rice arrived to bring leadership and steel. Martin Ødegaard blossomed into a captain and creative genius. Bukayo Saka became the face of Arsenal, the star boy who carried the hopes of millions. And in the summer of 2025, Victor Gyokeres and Eberechi Eze were added, proof that Arsenal were no longer afraid to compete at the very top of the transfer market. This was no half-measure rebuild. This was a revolution. The Arsenal of today is different from anything fans have seen since the days of Arsene Wenger. This is not a fragile squad, reliant on just 11 players. This is depth. This is strength. This is adaptability. When Saka needs rest, Madueke steps in without hesitation. When Ødegaard is injured, Eze takes the creative mantle and thrives. In defense, William Saliba and Gabriel form one of the most formidable partnerships in Europe. In midfield, Declan Rice dominates, a true general protecting the back line. Everywhere you look, there are options, solutions, and answers. This is no longer a team under construction. This is a genuine contender for the Premier League, the Champions League, for everything. And then, there is Europe. For so many years, Arsenal's name has been associated with disappointment on the continental stage. The heartbreaks against Barcelona. The humiliation against Bayern Munich. The painful memories have haunted this club. But today, there is a new story being written. Yes, Arsenal fell to Inter Milan last season. But now, they have sent shockwaves through the continent, dismantling Real Madrid with a 5-1 demolition. It was not just a victory. It was a statement. Arteta himself declared, Arsenal have become one of the biggest clubs in Europe. And this time, the world had no choice but to believe him. So here we are. After years of frustration, years of patience, years of waiting, Arsenal are finally ready. Ready to claim their place back at the very top of English and European football. But with that readiness comes pressure. There is no more room for excuses. No more talk of process. This is no longer about building for the future. This is about delivering in the present. For Arsenal, this is the pivotal season. The season that will define whether Mikel Arteta's revolution truly ends in glory. Or whether, once again, Arsenal fall just short. One thing is certain, the world will be watching.